Alright, so I had a question of what would be a go-to exercise to be able to do controlled high kicks. You know, something up and kick, kick, up. So those are controlled high, head, above, and how do you get good at that? Well, start off, you want to do some active stretching, so stretching through motion, not static. So you can start off something as simple as just leg raises. Now, you just start off at about your waist height or whatever you handle. You reach up to where you're a little uncomfortable, but after you do something around 10 or so, be surprised how much higher you're making it happen. Then you can, that's front, it's going to get your hamstrings, your butt going, out to the side. Now typically this ain't going to go as high if you do it properly. You can cheat, where if I change the hip position, you can whoosh. Well, that's just like a front leg raise with your foot turned sideways. You actually want to go side on. Up. It's going to help actually stretch the inner side of your leg. And for a bit of actual rotational flexibility, because kicks generally aren't always in a straight line. Your front kick, yes, boom, straight line, which front leg raise, great. But even then, you could have some slight variance in your movement, which a little rotation is still going to help. So you have your outside crescent and your inside crescent that you can do. So that's a great way to get your hips to rotate through their plane with some actual stretching and flexibility going on. So you obviously do that on both legs. Get the whole hip region worked out. Hamstrings, very important. Hamstrings are going to be one of the first things to blow out. Even your calves, surprisingly, take a lot of stretch when you start doing high kicks. Now from there, what allows you to actually have a hot controlled kick? You've got your things like your squats, boom, where you get your quads, your butt worked out, and that is absolutely what's needed for the power in the kick. But we want that controlled and height. So what you get here, help to brace something. I've got my work boots on, so it's going to make it extra heavy. So there's an idea, if you actually want to up the intensity, you got to get like ankle weights or put some heavy boots on. Now you come out to wherever you can handle. If it's down there, it's down there. Get it up, and you can do little circles. Now if you can find something to actually circle around, even better. Have someone hold their hand out, or a branch or something, and just hold something at the table. Go both ways. And that will really kick in. So your abductors, forgetting what this is right here, but you'll feel it. You'll know it exists after you do that for a little bit. 20-30 seconds and you will know about it. So you got your circles. You can even just do pulses. You know, forwards as well. Forwards, side. Get what you need to really strengthen these muscles. These are not strong muscles. In reality, all you do, most people only ever lift their leg up like that to go up some stairs. Occasionally they'll lift it up to here. You know, usually do that in a little bit of swinging motion, whoop, to step up onto something. You got about whoop and hold, hold, hold. So you have your circles, your pulses. And if you really want to get tricky, you have your figure eight, your infinity symbol. So you come up and up. That's going to cause you to keep changing the directions on this. If you can get someone to hold their hands out for you, and you can go around their hands, it's going to keep you honest. But that's going to be a way to strengthen without any equipment, to strengthen the flexors around your hips to allow you to lift your legs up. Your legs take up like a third of your body weight or so. So they're not light. These tiny little muscles are never made to keep something like that up at extension. So another great exercise to be done is take your leg up. Now you can do this either turning kick, side kick, so you can side kick or turning kick this, but you're going to learn a bit of timing with this technique as well. So you're going to have a little hopping action, and ha, 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 and work across a certain distance. So again, that could be a side kick, or a turning kick. You'll see that will absolutely destroy you very quickly. And then nothing beats actually just doing the movement to the best of your control. You know, you want to find something to actually kick. So let's just put this back and we'll use this pole over here. So this looks like. So there's a target right there. So on me, that's my chin. That's a pretty good place to go with. So, chamber your leg. Make sure you pivot on the ground with the other foot. And slowly do it. Don't try and just fire at it and just go and hit it. That's going to keep enforcing the poor technique to get it there. So, come up, chamber. That itself is working. That's another thing you can do. Lift to your spot, touch. Now, you don't want to necessarily just rest on it. Now we're just stretching again. I'm just doing a standing split basically. So, they come up and just touch, and back. Nothing beats the actual activity itself because it has the exact movement. But that is hard, good way to fall over. So once you've done your warm-ups, your drills, some kicks themselves, and you can finish it up with actually doing some actual static stretching. And then the king move here is your standard side splits. So, you know, just sit on the ground, get your legs out as far as they become uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is the key word here. You're not after strain, agonizing pain. You're after just taking them out to where it becomes uncomfortable. Now, again, that could be, it's a varying distance between any person. From there, goal is keep your hips, your back upright, straight. Turn your hips forwards. Now, if you want to extend this, if you get past this being an issue, you can do things like reach forwards, kick elbows, shoulders, chin to the floor. Making sure you don't just roll your back together, you need to actually let your hips rotate forwards to get forwards. You can also angle, so this is going to help through the rotational part of stretching. Turn. Take your shoulders so they're straight with your leg, not side on, straight, angled on. You're going to try and, again, go over, not just rolling your back, you need to try and actually get your hips to allow you to come over and down. Hands reach, shoulders, chin, both sides. And another upgrade to all this is going to get a full stretch of your back, but it puts you through the position of a kick position. He's going to angle one arm out. It goes out in front. The shoulder's going to go down in front of your leg. To the best of your ability, obviously. Now down, also this other hand reach over the top, not across, but over, trying to reach your toes. So this one gets extreme, but even if this is what you can handle, that's all you can handle, that's what you do. Work on it. This is not something that you get after 10 minutes of trying, it's something you get after weeks, months, even years of practice. If it's your goal to be able to do controlled high kicks, because you are a martial arts enthusiast, competitor, or just want some different version of health in your life, this is what you need to do. Down, and up, and over. Again, hold that. Now, a lot of people tell you just do it for 10, 20 seconds, hold, squeeze, all that business. Sure, that's good advice. I personally prefer to hold until you don't really feel it anymore. After you've been doing this for a while, I don't even feel it. I took this to where I was uncomfortable. I forgot I was even doing it. So at that point, you can either stop or go a little bit more. Doesn't take much, you only move like a centimeter or something, but you'll feel it again. You go to where you stop feeling it. Your muscles eventually just relax. Muscles are quite elastic and they'll stretch pretty far. And once you've held it for a while, I realize they're not tearing and they'll ease back. They're not being taut anymore. So they'll go, all right, we can ease off a little bit, and then you take a little bit further. Oh! And that's how we get more flexible. Same as strength training, you increase the weight once it starts becoming easy. So I hope you found this advice helpful, useful. If you did, leave a comment if there's something else you'd like to know. Martial arts, stunts, general fitness information. These are my specialties, and I'll see you next time. Stay cool.